These two Harvard dropouts just raised $800 million at a $5 billion valuation to do the one thing everyone said was impossible: take on Nvidia. Gavin, Uberti, and Wachen founded Etched on a single radical conviction for modern AI: transformer architecture wins over GPU. Today, the entire AI revolution runs on Nvidia's H100 GPUs. As they are general purpose, they're designed to run every type of AI ever invented. The cost of that flexibility is extreme waste. Etched estimates that an H100 allocates only 3.3% of its transistors to the core math tasks that actually power large language models. The rest is idle silicon and wasted heat. To see how Etched fixes this, we need to define three key concepts: transformers, inference, and flops. Transformers are the DNA of modern AI. Whether it's ChatGPT or Claude, they all use the transformer architecture. Etched's Sohu chip is the world's first transformer-only ASIC, meaning the architecture is literally burned into the silicon as fixed function logic. Inference is the thinking stage. While training builds the model, inference is what happens after you submit a prompt. It's the biggest bottleneck and cost center for AI companies today. And flops are floating point operations. This is the measure of raw mathematical muscle. Most chips today cannot scale their flops without thermal throttling. Basically, they get too hot and have to slow down. Etched's team of 400 plus engineers from Nvidia, Google, and TSMC developed two pillars to break these limits: low voltage inference, which are traditional chips are forced to down-regulate their clock speeds as they draw more power. Sohu runs its math block at under half the voltage of most AI chips. This allows it to run trillion parameter models at over 80% of peak flops without ever slowing down. And the cluster scale memory. Today, the time it takes for data to hop from one chip to another is a huge bottleneck. Etched built a proprietary interconnect that cuts this latency by 5x, treating an entire server rack as a single shared memory pool. The relevance numbers are staggering. Single 8-chip Sohu server produces over 500,000 tokens per second on Llama 70B, and an equivalent Nvidia H100 system manages roughly 23,000. For a CFO, the math is total displacement. One Sohu server replaces 160 H100 GPUs. This efficiency is why Etched already has $1 billion in customer demand before shipping their first production racks this summer. You do have to think about it as a binary gamble. If the world moves away from transformers, the chip becomes e-waste. But Etched is betting that specialization is the only path to the gigawatt scale required for superintelligence.